Looking for the perfect knife block set for your kitchen? In this in-depth review, we test and compare 5 of the most popular and highly rated knife block sets on the market in 2026. Okay friends, let's see top 5 best knife block set review.
Number 1. Cuisinart 15-piece knife block set. From the long carving knife to the tiny bird's beak parer, the blades in this Cuisinart set were uniformly amazingly sharp. The chef's knife slid straight through fish fillets as easily as it chopped sweet potato. It also made an unbruised chiffonade of basil. Each item in the set has its own use, even that unusual, curved bird's beak knife that we found ideal for peeling and sectioning citrus. There's a standard straight paring knife, too. But our minds were truly blown when we saw the price of the set. Nothing else anywhere near this cheap offered this kind of sharpness. The Cuisinart knives' handles are their main weak point. They're rounded rectangles in profile, much like the Zwilling Pro knives, but they're fatter and less comfortable to hold. This was especially a problem with the steak knives, whose handles are a lot wider around than they need to be for the small blades. The rivet seams aren't particularly smooth and are liable to catch food as well. Another minor complaint is that the set doesn't include a true bread knife. The 5.5-inch serrated utility blade did a great job of cleanly slicing crusty bread, but it is a little short for big sourdough bowls. We like the white handles of the set we tested for a kitchen full of light colors, but if you find them a little weird, don't worry, there's an identical version in more standard black as well. Pros. This large set of knives is impressively sharp, at an unbelievable price. Cons. The handles aren't as high quality as the blades, and the set lacks a large bread knife. Number 2. Miyabi Artisan 7-piece knife block set. Miyabi's artisan knives are some of the most beautiful we've ever seen. The chrome-like shine, swirling Damascus steel pattern at the edges, hammered texture along the spine, and rosewood pakkawood handles with perfectly smooth joints are simply gorgeous to look at and to hold. They're beautifully balanced, lightweight, and easy to control, but still very secure in the hand. And the chef's knife registered just shy of the sharpest in our mechanical testing. The Miyabi Artisan bread knife was another standout in testing, making razor-clean cuts through crusty and soft breads. Both the chef's knife and the santoku created transparent slices of tomato, and either one can be your everyday all-purpose knife, depending on whether you prefer a rocking or up-and-down motion. The pakkawood-handled Miyabi Artisan knives are incredible, but their main drawback is the high cost. This set is pretty pricey and includes only 4 knives, albeit ones that should cover just about every kitchen task and last for years. The plastic-handled shears and honing rod will do the job, but they, unfortunately, seem markedly cheaper than the rest of the pieces. Pros. These beautiful blades feel great to hold and are amazingly sharp. Cons. The set is quite expensive, and the included shears and honing rod aren't as high quality as the knives. Number 3. Zwilling Pro 10 pieces knife block set. This is one of the more accessible standards in the kitchen cutlery world. It's very basic in the sense that when some uses the term Western or German chef knife, you can just picture the Zwilling Pro chef knife. I should emphasize that this is called the Zwilling Pro set. Zwilling also makes the Pro S, which is roughly the same design, but it has a full bolster and a blade shape that's a little closer to a juto because of the way the spine drops down and leaves less of a curve to the edge. Both versions are made with the same Sigmaforge process out of a single piece of steel, and put through Zwilling's own particular set of cryo treatments, but I prefer the bolsterless version because it's easier to sharpen the whole edge, and a whole lot more comfortable in a pinch grip. These knives are more tough than hard. Zwilling only takes these to 58 HRC at the most, so these will have a typically Western edge retention in that they will need to be at least honed after a day or week of heavy use, and sharpened 1 to 2 times a year, again, depending on how heavily you're using it. But that use will feel great. The Pro knives have a nice balance and the curved bolster make for one of the most comfortable grips you'll find on this list. As for the 16-piece set itself, it's likely more than most people need, but at least it will be too much of a good thing. With 2 paring knives and a utility knife you'll be well covered for detail work. Between the santoku and the standard 8-inch Western chef's knife, This set can handle basically every kind of food from fine vegetables to hearty cuts of meat. The Pro series has been around for a while, so you can find a lot of different variations of it in both size and color of handle. Just be sure you pay attention to the lack of an S in the name if you're particular about full bolsters. Number 4. Cangshan Helena Series 23-piece knife block set, the most extensive knife set we tested. This assortment includes 3 types of all-purpose knives, a variety of specialty shapes, and an 8-piece steak knife set. There's a full carving set, a cheese knife, also suitable for slicing tomatoes, and more, in addition to everything that comes with any of the sets above. You may not need all these blades, but if you're a gadget geek who wants a separate bird's beak paring knife, standard peeler, straight utility knife, and serrated utility knife, it's the perfect choice. The Santoku was far and away our favorite of the Cangshan Helena bunch in testing. It made short work of both onion and sweet potato, and was notably sharper than the Helena chef's knife or nakiri. None of the other blades really stood out from the pack. The whole set costs a little more than average, but that includes far more knives than normal. On a per-blade basis, it's a very good value. Pros. This reasonably priced set includes every blade a cook might need, and then some. Cons. Besides the Santoku, the knives were only moderately sharp in testing. Number 5. Global Takashi 10-piece knife block set. It's easy to spot a global knife thanks to its dimpled metal handle. All of the brand's blades are made from a single piece of steel, eliminating the need for rivets, gaps, or seams. The Takashi line specifically features sand sealed into the handles to achieve the perfect weight and balance. These knives indeed felt great to hold and use. We were able to make transparent tomato slices with the chef's knife and dice onions and potatoes efficiently and without fatigue. The bolster on the Takashi knives is a great feature that lets you choke up safely and hold the blade right at the heel when you need extra power. Global knife handles are effortless to clean thoroughly, which is particularly important if you're filleting fish, butchering meat, or performing any other messy task. Just be aware that the dimples don't provide quite as much grip as they appear to. With wet or greasy hands, the handles can get a little slippery. If you're accustomed to plastic or wood, it may take some time to adjust to the different feel, but it can certainly be worth it. Pros. These well-balanced knives perform nicely at a reasonable price. Cons. The distinctive all-metal handles can be slippery when wet. Thanks for watching.